You're still the same old me, bitches.
Long hair.
You like my hair?
We need a little beard trim, but other than that, I think we're going in the right direction.
Been a
All right,
rough
guys,
week.
what's up? Happy New Year. We have to start the year off by saying one thing, that we hope you guys had a great Christmas, holidays, and obviously a good New Year. And two, we are dropping some prices. So I know you guys have probably heard all the supply chain issues and all the ingredients going up in value over the last few little bits of time. But we've won through our catalog, and because we're buying in such a high volume now, we've been able to actually decrease pricing on a few of our products. So that's happening literally today. So for Raw Nutrition, you'll see there's, how many products did we drop?
8?
Eight or 9. So we dropped like 8 or 9 products prices, and it's not like a little drop. Some of them are decreased by like 20 to 25%. So you guys, we've listened to you. We've done everything we could to possibly get more, order more, so we could get the value of the product to you at obviously a much better price for you. Second is fiber. Fiber's dropping in 2 days. It drops on the 5th. So make sure you guys look out for that. That's a great product that's dropping for Revive. That's a Revive product. And then what else do you guys want to talk about?
We're talking about you buying monkeys.
What about it?
I mean, I wasn't.
I'm going to be confident to say, that by the time this podcast airs, I'll be up like 50,000.
50.
50. And you can, we'll announce it on the next podcast if I'm right or wrong.
Are you up at all since yesterday?
16,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yep. 16 rackaronis.
And no monkey.
The monkey and the cats.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm up a whole Ethereum, or 1.5 Ethereum on the monkey. And then the cats, I'm up like almost 3. So that's actually a little bit more. It's like 20 grand.
Okay. So, cause I don't know what this stuff at all.
Okay.
So how much time have you spent on this? And then how much time, like a day, are you spending on this?
A lot. But that's just because I'm learning it.
Right.
Like once I learn it and I understand it, it's going to be less time.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to learn about like the rarities and like, what do you call them? Like with the thing on the side that you click and it tells you.
Properties?
Yeah. So I'm like going into the properties of the NFTs now and trying
How
to learn
much did
that.
you spend on these 3?
100 grand.
100?
Yeah. It wasn't 150. I spent 100.
So you're up 16%
Yeah. In a day.
in a day.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's legit, dude.
That's pretty crazy.
You bought the Gorilla Juice?
No, I wish. I can't afford
The
that.
Jansen Juice.
We're gonna make the Jansen juice.
Jansen juice. I need some Jansen juice right now. I've had a rough couple of weeks. I need some of that real bad.
But no, it's good, man. I mean, I'm just learning, but again, I think it's a great place to play your money right now. I know it sounds fucking stupid, but
No, I mean, this time last year I was like really heavy into baseball cards. No.
well, they do
Maybe 2
baseball
years ago.
NFTs too now.
Yeah, this was 2 years ago.
I don't understand those though.
But I felt like I was putting so much time into researching it that I was actually losing time.
It's really not that much to research. I mean, once you understand like what it is and how it works, you really just look and see.
It's like a learning curve to like once you understand like what a project is and like the value behind some of them and why people care and why there's like different groupings of them and shit. You just get it, and then you can just buy the popular ones.
And one thing I learned too is like if there's 2 reasons to be in this, and like one reason is because you really like enjoy the art of it, and then the other reason is to make money.
Sure.
So like, I'm doing it to make money.
Yeah.
So like,
bad.
Huh?
Bad.
Well, I am.
The true NFT people are gonna
I
cross you out of the cult.
I don't agree, but like, I mean, I can still believe in a project and buy their project, and that means I believe in them. But like, obviously, if I can make money doing it, why would I not?
I'm joking. I know, but people have this like almost high and mighty thing about them sometimes. Where like, if you're coming in here to make money, then you're gonna lose, and you have to be here for the art.
Well, I'm not. I'm in it long term. Like I do like the art. That's why I picked that NFT. But at the same time, like, so one of the things that I was talking about this morning is like when you go into an NFT collection, like you can go in and you can go and search the properties by rarities, right? So like, just for like lack of better understanding, like the skins on certain or the furs on certain cats like are more rare than others, which would cause that cat to be worth more money, right? But you have to find a someone who wants that specific thing to sell it.
Right.
So like if you're spending 15 or 20 Ethereum on a cat with, I don't know, fucking leopard skin or something, but then the normal floor price cat is only 6 Ethereum, that means someone has to be willing to pay that difference, right? Because they want that specific cat. But if you go in and you just buy the floor, and then you just anticipate the floor to continuously go up, you're going to make money no matter what. You know, because in a day it could go up an Ethereum, in a month it could go up 4 Ethereum, in a year it could go up 20 Ethereum, and your cat was at the floor at that time. So you're definitely guaranteed for the value of the cat to go up. So it depends on what you want to do. And sometimes they have dope cats or dope projects on the floor that have rarities. They just haven't gotten bought. So like I think like the ape I bought is sick, huh?
Or become that popular.
Yeah, I mean it just depends, but that's kind of like the way I look at it, and I'm sure people can agree to disagree, but that's kind of, you just have to believe in the project, get in on projects when they're new. Like we were talking about earlier, a fucking Bored Ape was $200 like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. It's $300,000 today.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's crazy.
So it's just putting your money in stuff you believe in, and it's way better than it being in the bank. So
yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
I hear you.
Yeah, I change. You can see my profile. It's like what is it? D Icavone with no underscore.
Oh, did you change it? It said unnamed before.
Yeah, I did all that shit. Dude, I'm like a legit NFT. I made my profile picture, my NFT.
I know.
You're real cool now.
Yeah.
Do you know what my name is on there?
Is it
It's not the real C-Bum.
Oh, it's incredible.
Just in case anyone thinks it's me. It's not.
Didn't you bid on one? Did you get it?
No. It's that bid's still sitting there actually. I don't know why, but I bought an alien friend.
You did?
Because they're cheaper, yeah.
Did you know that?
I believed in the beginning of that project.
Did you look over to like the right? There's like a hidden button on your OpenSea.
On mine?
Yeah, on everybody's. And if you click on it, like I have a random cat NFT in mine.
Just for free?
Yeah, it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. I'm not a cat fan, but
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
I'll see if I can show it to you. It's weird. But yeah, other than that, that's been my life for the last little bit.
Someone outbid me?
Not even paying attention to your own stuff, dude.
Oh, shit. See you later.
What did you bid on?
It was one of the most rare new alien friends. That one.
Oh, he's dope.
He was one of one with the electricity.
He did 0.75, someone did 0.82, and the next guy bid 4.
Really?
Dedication.
So that's like the new.
That next guy was Dom.
No. No. I'm staying loyal to
Not the real Dom.
my Stewart boys. I'm gonna play with the gutter stuff for a little bit. I think gutter cat, gutter dog, gutter pigeon, gutter everything. Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm completely clueless.
So if you look, like they posted it, I think they took it down. So if I say this and you guys are mad, sorry. But I sent it to you. Remember
What?
the trading of the day on? It was like 12:28. I was like, they made $250,000 today.
Oh, yeah.
So like the way it works is like you can go on OpenSea and you can look at like what traded that day in Ethereum, like the volume of trades during that day, and they traded like I think it was $4 million worth of gutter cats that day, and it literally gave them. That means they take 6% royalties on that. So in a day, their royalties were $256,000 for literally just having the project.
But they're creating these images.
They created gutter.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how much it costs to mint, but like I'm sure it costs a little bit to mint all these projects, but I think they initially sold them too. So they didn't lose money because the initial sell of all of them. So they made money on the initial sale of all of them. How many do they have? 3,000? I think it's like 3,000. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
To mint each one. Yeah. So I mean, 30 grand in minting basically, right? But the people bought the initial NFT too, so it probably covered the cost of the NFT just by minting it. I mean, if you look at like the crazy projects, dude, like if you look at like Bored Ape, those people are making millions of dollars a day doing literally nothing, just once they created the project, and those were $200 to start.
He said before the cryptos are free.
CryptoPunks were free, yeah. They're not. It's hard to buy them though. If you go on there right now, I don't even think any of them are really for sale. It just shows like it shows them. You can click on them and see like the trading, but I think they trade like through Discord or something. I don't even think they trade on OpenSea.
Really?
Yeah, I was looking into those.
There are different platforms that do it that you can buy and store and shit your NFTs on too.
Yeah. I'm just pumped for. I think once all of the NFTs get put onto Coinbase, I think it's going to make all the values of all the NFTs go through the roof. But you can like trade. You can like move your NFT, like out of OpenSea.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You can put it in like your MetaMask wallet, I'm pretty sure.
You see what I'm saying? But if you go to activity, it'll show you like they've sold for dumb money. Yeah, so I think that's the only place that they host it. But I think like they sell them through Discord maybe, and then they just transfer them. Well, yeah, it says it. Was it 2017 or some shit? Go to the top of the. Yeah. See, I did my research.
see that.
Yeah.
So you purchase these on OpenSea? Is that what you're saying?
Dude, it's kind of a pain in the ass how you have to do it. So basically you have to have like a Coinbase account or any type of a wallet account,
Right.
which is like, I have two. I have like Qcoin and I have Coinbase. And then you have
That's
to
where you get your Ethereum.
That's where you buy. That's where you
Purchase.
transfer your money from your bank account to Ethereum.
Right.
So like that process takes no time at all. But then once you put it in there, they make you hold it before you can transfer it out of that wallet for like 6 or 7 days.
Okay.
So like what pissed me off is like when I was looking at gutter cats to begin with, I think they were like maybe 2.5, 3 Ethereum, and by the time my shit cleared, there was 6 Ethereum. So I lost like a ton of. Obviously, I had to pay like way more.
Yeah.
I paid like $15,000 more. But then once you get it into your Coinbase or whatever, once you get it into Coinbase, then you have to transfer it into MetaMask, right?
Yeah.
So MetaMask is like what connects to OpenSea. So like when you're on OpenSea, you like add a plugin. You can only do it through like Chrome. So you have to put it on Chrome, and then you go to OpenSea, and then when you log into your OpenSea, it'll tell you to hook up your MetaMask wallet, and you have like this crazy phrase you have to like keep and like type it in to like connect it. And then once you connect it, when you're going through OpenSea, you can buy, and then basically it just pulls the money from your MetaMask and it buys the NFT.
Okay.
And then the OpenSea has a wallet that you hold your NFTs in. So like that's where you can look at my NFTs that I have right on OpenSea.
Okay. And then you have to go from OpenSea back to Coinbase to actually get your money?
No, you can sell.
I'm asking these questions. I'm sure people have questions.
No,
like,
so you can, if you want to sell, like you people will bid on your, like I got bids this morning, like my shit's not for sale, but I have people bidding on like a couple of them just because they're like offering me money for them. Yeah. And if you accept it, basically what happens is you sell it to them, then the money goes into your MetaMask, and then you transfer it from your MetaMask back to your Coinbase, back to your bank account.
Okay.
Unless you might be able to hook it up. Can you hook your bank account up right to MetaMask?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
So that process is super easy though, because like the only time there's a hold is when you take money out of your bank account and then you move it out of the wallet. Once you have the money in your Coinbase wallet, you can do whatever you want with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like I would probably keep my money in Coinbase, like up to maybe like a couple $100,000, maybe just keep in Coinbase. And then I would take the rest and put it into cold storage, like my actual Ethereum or whatever coin I choose. But once it's in there, like I can transfer it right back into MetaMask. I can transfer it out. Like that is all like minutes. That takes minutes to do. And it's like super fucking scary because like you literally like copy and paste a code.
Yeah.
And then like your money's gone.
I hope it works.
And then like you wait 3 minutes like shitting yourself, hoping to God the money makes it into the next wallet.
Right? And if someone decides to shut down the system,
yeah, I mean it's pretty scary. I mean it's definitely like nerve wracking. Like I was talking to the kid who I got it from because I was like I couldn't wait any longer for these fucking cats. So I actually hit up my boy who owns Gutter Cat and I was like, bro, I'll wire you money from my bank right now. Like just send me Ethereum. And he was like, all right, bet I'll do that. So he had it in his Coinbase already. So he just sent me $100,000 worth of Ethereum, and then I wired him the money to his bank account.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. It's wild, dude. Yeah. But there's other projects like Tom Brady has NFTs, like there's sports card NFTs. There's all kinds of shit. Like I know Tom Brady released his project and my cousin was trying to buy one and they were like, I don't know, 1,000 of them or something. They started at $1,500 and they sold out in like minutes. So my cousin didn't get one, but that's what he was trying to get. I think he was trying to get me that for Christmas. This is a really cool idea. And I texted Chris for like Christmas gifts for people who like, you don't know what to get.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you could like, you know, get him in on an early project or like throw him something. And it's just like, it has a monetary value. You can either keep it if you believe in it or you can sell it and just get the money for it.
Yeah. That's cool.
But again, like we talked about earlier, I just think that they just did a study today or yesterday, and it was like a poll about how many people know what NFTs are. And like the average, like I think China, only 90% of people didn't know what an NFT was. So like the average across the globe was like 68 to 70% of people don't even know what they are. So like I know people are looking at this like fuck, like $25,000 or whatever it is a lot of money to get in. Or I mean, I'm sure there's cheaper projects. Like we were looking at cheaper projects.
Well,
too.
the one I got into was $3,000.
Yeah, so those are all new projects. So if you believe in these things, and there's a lot of volume coming out of them, like buy them.
How many people are on Instagram of the world? What percentage of the world?
Did you see that
There's
TikTok?
over 1 billion accounts, but
Did
people
you
have multiple accounts and shit. So
Did you see that TikTok just became the #1 used website in 2021?
No.
It beat Google. It beat Google.
do I need to start
That's
TikToking?
crazy.
Yeah, bro, I told you that already.
It's hard.
It's really not hard.
You have to start,
you don't
What do I do though? Do I
start
do?
training
No,
again.
do your own thing.
Should I start working out first or
I
after?
think you should start working out again.
Maybe do like a before
I said the
and
new
after.
year. We're not January 3rd yet.
Do like a before and after picture.
I was debating doing that.
You should.
Because I'm just literally taking Men's Health right now.
I would.
And the odd testosterone. That's how natty I am.
You're still lean.
I'm decently lean because I don't
Yeah.
eat like an asshole.
You
But if
eat
I
like
did
a fucking
transformation-
horse.
I'm not eating that much right now.
Bro, I've been with you and I've seen you eat.
Those are like snacks.
He has 3
That's
meals.
not a snack.
3 meals
That-
and 12 snacks.
That is not a snack. A full meal out of your fucking purse thing is not a snack.
The Merce,
Whatever. It's a meal.
I guess. But I only have like 4 of those a day.
And then you have 19 bars in between.
Yeah. But
You-
I think if I did a transformation in 4 to 6 weeks, I could put on 25 pounds.
Yeah, I believe you. But it's just incredible that you don't think you eat a lot.
I don't right now.
Then I eat nothing.
You do. That's why you're skinny.
I eat like 5 ideal meals a day, you dickhead.
Yeah, those. Matt, how big are these meals? Like 400
But
calories?
you also said that you need to learn how to stop eating like a bodybuilder because,
No,
just admit
yeah,
it.
no, I agree.
Yeah,
I
see?
agree.
It's right. I'm doing the right thing.
See, but when I'm done competing, I'll be skinny too, like you.
Thanks.
And I'll just be fat because that's my genetics.
fucking dickhead.
Answer your question. 4.5 billion people use social media. 30% of those people are on Instagram.
So what's the
Google
TikTok is the biggest?
TikTok's number one. The number one website for 2021. It's TikTok, bro. It's fucking beat Google. It's crazy.
There's a billion monthly active users,
Right? Was it TikTok?
and Instagram is 7.9 billion.
Wait, what?
7.9 billion active users on Instagram.
This might be skewed. I'm reading this. 7.9 billion population uses Instagram monthly. And then if I Google the same stat on TikTok, TikTok has 1 billion monthly.
Just Google the most visited website for 2021.
But like people on Instagram have like 10 accounts.
True.
I have 4 I'm logged into right now.
I have like 7.
You can't have 7.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't let you stay
No,
logged
it changed
in.
it.
Chris is always
Hold on to the bottom
He's
right.
always just like bringing us.
Damn, I have 6.
My-
Yeah,
My
I'm
video
sorry.
from yesterday is blowing up. Well, I posted it on my story.
You're always a dick, bro. You're always gonna fuck with me, bro.
he's
I'm gonna
just-
tell you right now.
You need
Brings this-
someone like me in your life.
I'm
You
proud.
might hate me soon, but
I am very proud of the fact that I have a video on my page that has 60,000 views. You get that on, you can post taking a shit and get that, but I don't care. I'm proud of it.
I mean, Nick posted taking a shit, got a lot more than that.
That wasn't a video, that was a post.
Picture.
And it was a post for the Squatty Potty.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was an ad.
But so Chris gets probably what 600,000 views on his story. so
No,
that means
he
you
gets
got-
literally like
you got
600,000 likes on a
10%.
photo. So how many views? Let's just be honest. Your story views, what are they, like a mil?
It depends. If I post consistently, you're around a mil, yeah.
Yeah.
So 600,000 right now.
Yeah. Because I haven't
So
posted
that
in a
means
week.
you got
tenth.
10%.
10%, yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
Because I got way less than a tenth of your following. See? My engagement is actually better than yours.
Probably.
Crushing
The
it.
higher you go, the worse your engagement gets.
Not for you. Your engagement's still fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
Every
but
time.
the ratio still gets
Yeah,
worse.
but every time. But yeah, you're right. But every
I have
time.
5.4 million on Instagram. Like, I'm not going to get 540,000 comments.
That's how many comments you're supposed to get?
I don't know.
I think it's 3.
I feel like my following hates my family is what I honestly feel like. My engagement goes down incredibly when I post my kids or my wife.
Really?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I love the boys when they're on your
I
Instagram.
know,
That's
but
all I
like-
want to see.
Most of the people, they hate it,
If you hate dogs, then you're definitely not going to like my Instagram.
but it's sad.
The most downloaded in 2020.
Fuck, my bad. That's what it was. Most downloaded.
586 million downloads.
Okay, so
TikTok's 566 million
you said it was 7.6 billion? And how many people are in the world? Come on, Scott.
What's
9
the.
billion?
This is your
After
job.
after that, check what the average screen time use is for like an average American.
7.6 billion is what I said.
Yeah.
There's 7.7 billion people.
So there we go.
Born 7
So
billion
pretty
people in the
much-
world.
Everybody has an Instagram.
Well, bro, kids
Except
have
for
it.
Dom, he has 7 accounts.
Babies have IGs.
6.
Yep. My dogs don't have IG. Your dog has an IG.
My dog does.
Yep. So
Not
it's
she-
it's very
not as popular
skewed.
as you.
Dogs have IGs. Babies have IGs. I mean, let's be real. What's the average screen time? This is an interesting one. I really do
Most
wanna
people
know
have
this.
like their accounts in a fit account, then a business account, then a
Yeah.
dog account, and then a kid account. So like
Imagine having to post
So
on all
divide
those every
7.6
day.
divided by 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like an average person to post all that, that's crazy.
145 minutes a day on average.
So that's 2 hours.
Oh, that's not that bad actually.
It's not bad
That's
at
just
all.
for social media users. I just put that part.
Oh, like so on Instagram on your phone.
So
That's
okay.
pretty bad,
Yeah.
right?
The average daily use of social
Yeah.
media
I mean, if they're also shopping and looking at stocks.
I wonder what
And if
Sammy's
your job has nothing to do with it, it's just
NFTs.
purely.
I wonder what Sammy's online shopping screen time is.
That's what she's doing right now.
It's substantial. I'll wake up at like 2 a.m. to like pee, and I look over and she's literally on fucking some website buying pants. What the fuck are you doing?
You should just get her into buying NFTs and you'll make money off
She's
of it.
getting NFTs, bro. I got her. She's gonna change her profile picture soon. She got a gutter dog.
I got her dog.
Yeah,
Are those cheaper?
Yeah, they're
What's
dope.
the cheapest gutter animal?
I think it's gutter pigeon.
So Gutter's the brand.
Yeah, gutter
Right.
is like the guys who invest. So gutter cat is the most expensive one, and then you got. Hold on, I don't want to misspeak, so let's go to it. Okay, so gutter dog's floor price is 1.6 Ethereum, which is what, 6,000. Yeah, 6,000. Gutter dog. Gutter rat is 1.26 floor price, and then gutter pigeon is 1.1. So pigeons are the cheapest.
I have to get me a pigeon.
Dude, there's a robot pigeon. Let me just show it. This pigeon is fucking sick. Hold on. How do I do the properties on here? Can I do it?
That's a dope pigeon.
Hey, how do I do it?
How much is that pigeon? 4,500.
Damn,
I might have to get a
Let's
Thrasher
just
pigeon.
change the subject really quick while you're looking for that. You know the mansion house that we
Yeah.
went to last night?
Yeah.
It was evaluated in December of 2020 at 10 million.
It's worth more than that now.
It's now at 23.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, the house is dope. You know the kid? I know the kid who owns it. He's like an IT kid, and
He's like 60, right?
no, he's young. He's not like young.
Check that on your phone.
It's maybe in his dad's name
I don't think
or
it's his
something.
kid.
I don't mean a kid, but he's like 30, 40 years old. He's not like an old guy.
With how crazy real estate has been and how invested you are in real estate, do you think that's going to keep going up?
Dude, this is a sensitive subject. Okay, so across the globe, I think you're going to see a decrease in value of real estate. So like a little bit. I don't think it's going to be big, but in Florida, I don't really see it happening for a little bit of time because just the fact that I think I was reading an article in like Florida Trend where 2%, which is a lot, 2% of Canada's entire population moved to Florida. That's a ton of people. So I think it was like 497,000 people moved from other states to Florida in 2021. So I think that now that, you know, DeSantis is running the state the way he is, I don't think you're going to see a huge outflux of people. So I think real estate's going to be super rare here, which is why real estate's so crazy. But my philosophy on real estate is I buy real estate through a business, right? So it's a business investment. So for me, it's like I'm going to get taxed substantially on the money I make. So if I could put it into real estate, I don't see the value of real estate dropping what I would pay in taxes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like for me, it's a good investment either way. Even if it did go down a little bit, I'm okay with it because I'm not buying real estate to make me money right now. I'm buying real estate to have as an asset over time and to, you know, defer some taxes.
Yep.
So that's what I do with it. So for instance, like that house I just bought, I got really lucky. I bought a duplex on the water in Stewart, and it was listed at 650. I put a 650 bid in on it. When we got the inspection on it, there were like some issues with the house. So I said I would give them 600. They took 600. It got appraised at 650. So that means the value of the house is at 650 right now. And then it's disgusting. So I'm gutting it right now, but I'm going to rent that house out. And I did a 15-year mortgage on it because I don't care about getting the money back out of it. I care about just paying the house off and having it as an asset.
Right.
So that's why I did it.
Is all the money you put down on it as an expense?
Yeah, in a business, if that's what your business is. So like that's what my business is for those things.
Yeah.
So the money I put into it is a loss until I sell the house.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And then all the money I put into the house to fix it is also, you know, a loss. It's an improvement on taxes. You can write it off. And then, you know, there's a lot of other great things that come with having income properties for tax purposes. So that's kind of why I do it. But do I think the Florida real estate market is going to change anytime soon? No, I don't. I think it's going to be absolutely fucking insane. And again, like now that the country is probably going into some sort of another restricted phase, I think it's just going to get, crazier and crazier in Florida.
Yeah.
As long as everything stays out how it has been, knock on wood, in Florida, I think we're going to see everything continue to go up. But unfortunately, I think that's with everything. It's not just with housing. It's with, cars, anything, jewelry, watches, it's all going crazy. So, and I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think real estate is definitely a safe play in Florida right now. It sucks because, if you're looking to make money quick, I don't think the percent of return is there. Like, for instance, if you're going to buy an apartment building in Florida to rent out, you're going to pay way more for a building here than you would pay in fucking Texas or Georgia. Yeah. And unfortunately, the rent roll really doesn't change. So a $1,500 apartment in Georgia is probably the same price as a $1,500 apartment in Florida. So if you can buy a $700,000 building that has 8 units in it in Georgia, that same building in Florida is going to cost you $2 million. Exactly. It doesn't make sense to buy.
Yeah.
So it's, why are you buying it? Are you buying it to make money, or are you buying it to, do some tax deferment and have long-term wealth?
Yeah.
I'm doing the long-term wealth part of it, so I don't care about overpaying a little bit for the property. And I luckily on this one, I bought it right.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
As long as you're covered, you're getting your.
Yeah. I mean, so here's the other thing too, right? Like, if you really want to get, and I never tell people to like bank on this stuff, because like this is always like, you always see these people on Instagram like, oh, Airbnb properties this, or do this, or it's like all that shit sounds great when it's like real and when it's actually, on Instagram, because everyone's make a millionaire on Instagram. But in real life, these kids are saying, rent it out for $200 a day, multiply that times 30, multiply that times 365. Like, there's no fucking way your Airbnb is rented every day. It's not possible. And then you have all the fees that go back to Airbnb, and then you have the upkeep of the property. So yeah, like what I might do is I might test renting out one side on Airbnb and see how it goes. And I'm sure I'll make more on Airbnb than I would renting it traditionally to somebody for a year, but I'm not going to bank.
Management on that is also higher.
Yeah, I mean, you have wear and tear, you have cleaning, but they pay for the cleaning. So the cleaning fees are paid by them. But I mean, if you're managing your own properties, it's obviously a much better move than hiring a management company to come in. But all those things come in, and a lot of people don't understand that when they look on Instagram. They're like, I'm going to start doing Airbnb properties. It's not that simple. Granted, it probably does make very good money, but you just have to know all of that going into it.
All right, so for somebody that's coming into money, or maybe has earned a little bit more money this year, what would you say from an investment standpoint, top 3 things to do would be starting out?
So the way I look at it, and like, this is me, so you guys can take it however you want. Like I have a wealth management account it was with Merrill Lynch, but it just moved over to Morgan Stanley with Marcy Beeman, and she averages like a 10 to 12% return, like traditionally year over year. Obviously 2020 was a much better year because there's the lull that I bought in, and it just made me a lot more money. So what I'll do is, if I can make more than 10% on my money, I'll put it in something else, because I conservatively know that if I have my money with her, I'm making 10%. So it's no risk. I'm making 10%. And then what I also do is real estate's tough because you need a lot of money to get into real estate, right? Like, if you're going to buy there's 2 ways to buy real estate, right? You can buy it cash, you can fix it up, you can get it appraised, and you can take all your money back out of it. So a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll go buy like a piece of shit fixer upper house, and they'll buy it cash, and then they'll put all the money into it to fix it up. And then they'll get it appraised after they do that, which creates the value to go through the roof. And then they'll do a cash out refi, and they usually end up taking all of the money that they paid for the house to improve it out of the house. And then they have a renter in there that's paying the rent. So then they can go do it again. And then they do that over and over and over again, right? But that requires to have a lot of capital. The second way to do it is to do a down payment and get a mortgage and do the kind of a similar structure. But the problem there is, like, your closing costs go through the roof, and you're still tying up the average. I think the average income property, if you want to get like a good rate on it and not pay points at closing, you're at 25% down. So anything to make real money on, and I would never recommend buying a single family house because there's just not enough money to make there. You're putting down a couple $100,000. So like, the average person, I don't know if they have that or if it's feasible, but if you do, I think that's a great way to go, because obviously they're not making any more land. So real estate's always going to continuously go up, in my opinion, especially in Florida, like I said. But I mean, honestly, dude, NFTs are great. I mean, again, like, there's so many ways to make money. Like, it's hard for me to pick three things. So me, I believe in investing in people, right? So last year I started a roofing company with somebody who I believed in, and the roofing company took off. I would have never made the return I made doing that with anything else, because it's a business that you just make return. It's fast money. So that was the best thing I did last year. The roofing company is great. I did the pre-IPO company. I would invest in businesses if you have the means to be successful in them. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So like if you know somebody who's struggling to start a business and you have the capital to help them start it, but you believe in them as a person to be able to operate the business, and you can help them on the back end, like negotiate deals and, run the business properly and, manage the P&Ls the right way. I think that out of anything, I think that's the best thing to do, but you have to know that person's going to, do a good job.
Sure.
That would be number one. Number two would probably be something like NFTs, stock market, if you're comfortable with a 10% return. The IPOs are great, but again, how many people have 25K to just put away for a long time sometimes? Like you got lucky with Triller because Triller's going public in January, but the average IPO you're going to get into it's fucking a year and a half wait. Like when I did Palantir, I waited a year and a half for it to go public, and then I only got 20% of my money back. Granted, that 20% of my money was my whole investment, but I had to wait another 8 months to get the rest of my money.
Yeah.
Because I had to wait till fourth quarter earnings reported. So there's a fucking ton of ways to make money. It's just knowing what to look for and not being a fucking idiot and trusting people who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Does that sum it up?
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
I would say so, yeah.
But I'm fucking with NFTs heavy now. Even watches, dude. Like, look at the watch market.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? You buy a watch. I was buying watches for $25,000 a year ago that are worth $60,000, $70,000 today. And it's like, that's the other thing. Like, when do you sell it? So like a lot of people always like, oh, look at Dom. He has 2 Ferraris, this and that. It's like, you guys don't realize I made money on all of that. Everything I bought, I made money on. My Ferrari I bought for $290. Sticker was like $330,000. I think I paid right at sticker. I just have it listed. It's at $529. My 812 right now, they're selling for $800,000. That's 400 over sticker. Like, that's insane shit. You know what I mean?
What's your Daytona? 400 something thousand.
Yeah, $500,000 rainbow Daytona. Like, you have, and you got to buy right. Like, it's like anything, right? You have any investment in the world, you have to buy it right. If you're not buying it right, you're going to lose your ass on it. But times like this, man, especially during COVID, people were strapped. The beginning of COVID was the craziest thing in the world for the watch market, because what happened was COVID started, people didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. So people were dumping watches for like nothing. People were, people who had businesses that required, capital that they were scared they were going to shut down. There were fire sailing watches. You could get anything you wanted for probably 30% below market. And then literally 6 months into COVID, every single watch doubled retail value. A $30,000 presidential, $60,000. I had a champagne face rose gold sky dweller. I paid $29,000 for. I sold it for $69,000. It's fucking bananas. I got the Richard Mille. Richard Mille's retail at what, fucking 100 something thousand. They're over $300,000 now. It's absolutely insane. Yeah. And that's not going in. I do think the watch market will, the first market that usually takes a hit in the economy change is the luxury market. So you can really trend where the economy is going to go based off of that. So if you start to see watches drop in value and you start to see expensive shit, cars, exotic cars, all of those things start going back to normal, that's when the economy's getting ready for a correction. So you can either, sell your shit, keep it, ride it out. But it's all full circle. If you look at anything in the world, it always comes back full circle, and everything always ends up going up in value. So if you're not scared to hold it, and you're not scared to, understand that your investments will bounce like this throughout time, you're always going to probably end up on top.
I know Dom has helped me a ton with this stuff and just understanding it. And I'm trying to ask these questions from an uneducated point of view, because I'm sure there's a lot of you guys like me that, a year and a half ago that didn't understand this stuff, and Dom's a wealth of knowledge with it. So I think we'll continue. I one of these days, I just want to go through his story in general, because I think there's so much that can be gained from that in and of itself. But you want to have anything else to add to this?
No, it's just like, I think the best thing I can say in this whole entire topic is, when I first started, in business, I keep going back to my mom because like I looked up to her my whole life, and she always told me, you know, the number one rule in business is to run your business lean. So when I first started all my companies, what I did is I made sure that I saved all my money. I didn't spend it. And now today, is that the best idea? Probably not. And I wish I would have known that a little bit earlier. As far as like saving it in the bank, I would have saved it in other avenues. I would have done different things with it. But I mean, I will be fully transparent. I would show you guys my tax returns. And like from when I started my business, I invested everything into something else. Like whether it was a different business, starting this, putting money into this, or, you know, just spreading my money and like planting seeds. So I would never take my paycheck and go out and go buy a new car, or take my money and go buy a watch, or take my money and go buy a dumb house. Like you saw the house I lived in. I mean, it wasn't a shitty house, but it was small.
Yeah.
It was probably 1,600 square feet. It was, you know, a normal, nice house. It wasn't anything crazy. And I lived there since I started everything.
Yeah.
And I just kept saving and planting a seed, saving money, starting a new business. And it took 3 years. But if you guys have seen me over the last 3 years, you've known that like my life has changed exponentially in 3 years.
Right.
And it's not because I got lucky. Like everyone's always like, damn, I saw how fast you don't see it. You don't know because you weren't there. Like you didn't see all the shit I was doing before I was making money. And it's just now you guys get to see that. And it's like, it's a blessing and a curse because it looks like I came up overnight, but it's like not the case at all, you know? And if I could go back to my original self, the only thing I would have changed is I would have probably saved less money in the bank, and I would have put it into like, you know, real estate, or because there was a point in time when I first started that I thought just accumulating cash and having like $100,000 in my safe and having, you know, this much money in the bank was like, that's how you knew you made it. And like, that's not. I mean, if I would have taken that $100,000 that sat in my safe for God knows how long before and put it into whatever I do now, it would have probably been worth millions. But, you know, I came from a very conservative family, and like my parents were, you know, they were very, you know, save as much as you can. You know, you don't buy anything you can't buy cash. And it's like, that's not the world you live in. I mean, if you talk to any successful business person, they'll tell you like, never use your own money. And, you know, don't over leverage yourself by any means, but take someone else's money, use the bank's money. You know, you need to keep your cash liquid so you can move it into other investments. And that's the best thing I ever did. The best thing I ever did is just, I mean, we bought a t-shirt company earlier this year. You know, we started 3, 4, 5 companies, and it's all coming to fruition. But like we bought Shock Socks how long ago? Probably like 6 months ago, 7 months ago.
Not even.
But they came here.
Yeah.
Probably 5 or 6 months ago. Like we started giving them our
September.
business. No, before. Like we started giving them all of our business.
Oh yeah.
And then
8 months, yeah.
And then we negotiated a deal where we were going to buy the company, and we paid it out months ago. We haven't seen a dollar come back, but January hits. I mean, the company has tripled in size since we started, and that's going to start paying us money. You know, Raw, we didn't take a paycheck from Raw for a year. Revive, we didn't take a paycheck 2 years for Raw, a year for Revive.
Yeah.
My clinics, I didn't take shit from until maybe I pay myself a salary to live off of for my clinics, but all the distributions, all the franchise money, that all stayed in the business. And I just let it grow the businesses and put it into other things. And now you see what it did. And it's just, it's frustrating, and it's awesome. To me, it's the most rewarding thing in the world, but it's frustrating because people don't understand what I did. So it's always like, oh, like, you know, I mean, you see it sometimes. It's like, damn, like you got so lucky, or this and that, or, you know, you must. It's like, dude, you don't even know.
Nice.
I mean, no matter what, when you're successful, everyone's gonna be a prick
Yeah,
about
no,
it.
I hear
I
you.
think you're just lucky and you were born with it.
But if they saw the different companies and they saw the different business, I mean, you saw the Christmas party, we had to rent a whole restaurant.
Yeah.
And that's not even all my employees. That's like a third of my employees.
Yeah.
So
I think too, like what you said, I'm kind of in that spot now. We're probably all there. If you know, is like that initial success of seeing money in the bank. It provides security that you've never had.
Yeah.
You know, so that's like step number one. And it's
Yep.
like you have to trust that that's going to happen month over month.
Yep.
You know, because if that's a spot you've never been in before, then you see that number in the bank and it's like, okay, like I'm okay, or
Yep.
I'm finally good, or I don't have debt, or
Yep.
you know, whatever that is. And then it's like trusting yourself, just like you worked that hard to get there.
Yep.
That you're going to be able to get that return.
Yeah, it's
over time.
You're absolutely right, and that's the number one thing too. Is like you can't, and I'm not saying that you know anything's gonna happen to any of my companies, but like you would be dumb to think that everything is gonna be sunshine and rainbows forever, right? Like that's why you know when we started Revive and Raw, like we built the company based on when we were gonna sell it, and we knew that was a goal, because if you don't, this doesn't, you build it up to a certain point and then you have to know when the right time is to let things go. And when you let something go, like, what are you going to fall back on? Granted, if we sold Revive and Raw today, we could probably live a very comfortable life for the rest of our lives. But it's like, one, I could never not work. And two, I don't want to do that. So like, we build it. We are all on the same page of knowing when it hits X amount, this is when we're going to exit and we're going to make the money and then probably sell it again. Because realistically, what will probably happen with it is we'll sell a minority share of the companies. And then what'll happen is a private equity group or, some bigger company will come in and buy it. And then they'll
run it.
What's that?
We'll still run it.
Yeah, they're a minority. So we retain, full control of the company. They would influx capital to, one, pay us out, and then two, influx more capital into the business to grow it even bigger, whether that be vertically integrating to a manufacturing company or, just different things of just having capital to order more at once. And then from there, grow the company more and then sell it again. So from my experience, and I'm going through this right now with my medical offices, is the initial purchase of the minority is usually the smallest amount. So what'll happen is, like, say a private equity company comes in and buys, 20% of my medical office franchise and offices I'm just gonna use an easy number, like $10 million. So they come in, they buy it for $10 million, and then they help grow it. And what we're gonna do with this play is we're gonna acquire other medical offices like mine. So like, I've just acquired the ones I told you about this morning, and then I'm going to acquire more of them over time. Some are going to be just transitioning and some are going to be purchasing. And then what we'll do is we'll bundle all that up to a huge company, get a huge EBITDA based off of all of these offices, integrate a compounding pharmacy in there too, and then sell it again for 20 times that. So that's what these guys do. And that's the same play you do with the supplements. Yeah. So that'll be, a strategy there. But those are the things that you just have to understand. And, if you don't do that, that's how companies go like this. And then they come down and they take a shit. I mean, I've seen it happen to multiple supplement companies. They ride that wave and they think it's always going to be there. And they get ignorant to the fact that, you can't be at the top that long.
Right.
You have to be smart enough to know when to exit, and you have to be comfortable knowing that, you're not always the best person to make that decision. So that's why these private equity companies come in at a small purchase price, and they can literally guide you to make the most, because that's what they want, right? Private equity companies, all they care about, and unfortunately, is making money on their return on their money. So they come in and they're going to know exactly when to sell. They're going to know exactly the right time to get out, and that's what you pay those guys for. So that's it. You have to be comfortable getting out when you need to get out. You have to be comfortable knowing that it doesn't last forever. And for me, that means I need to have multiple streams of income, and I only do things I'm passionate about, but it's still, I have the chiropractic office down in Boca. I have the IPO company. I have real estate. I have the medical offices. I have the franchise company. I have Revive. I have Raw. We have Shock Socks. Probably forgetting some, but I mean, those are all, the roofing company. They're all great streams of income. And it starts years ago.
Yeah.
Don't forget the NFTs.
And the NFTs.
We good?
I mean, I'm like, can't even talk anymore. My jaw hurts.
This is a good place to finish it.
Yeah.
Went from talking about nothing to talking about everything. So,
if you guys do like this, I don't know if this is like a topic that's like entertaining for you guys, but I would be more than happy to talk more about it. I just don't know like what you guys want to hear about. So
I think we could do a good. We talk about doing Q&As. I think we could ask people questions on what they want to do with money, like investment, starting businesses, and then we can kind of like pop those on you or us what we know. And
I mean, you guys all do the same thing I do. Like I give you guys every play I make. So I think it's great that you guys can talk about how it's helped you guys. Yeah. I mean, you've been around for a long time now, and you've made great success with everything I've told you to do. So, talk about that. So I'm game. And I think it's a good time. It's the new year, right? Everyone's trying to, better themselves and, find a way to be more successful in 2022. And, I'd be more than happy to help you guys get there.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh shit. Yeah. That's next week.
So 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
3.
Well, no, 2 weeks from when this drops.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks from when this drops. Yeah. So guys, don't forget, if you haven't yet, we are giving away a Tesla. The only way you have to enter is you just have to buy $50 worth of product for each entry. So if you spend $100, you get 2 entries into winning the car. We are going to announce the winner of the Tesla on the what day? In February?
It ends January 17th.
Okay.
But then we have to make sure we like run everyone through this.
Okay. Yeah. So it ends January 15th? 17th. And then we're going to announce it in February. And we're super excited for this. If this goes well, this is something we want to do a lot.
Upscaling the car.
Yeah, and making it a better car every time. So just please participate. We do make great supplements, so it's not like you're throwing your money away anyways. You're going to get great products, and you're also going to get a chance to win a car. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. As always, we would not be here doing what we love without you. And that's it.
Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year.